Hey everyone, welcome to Impact Monday with me, Tracy V. Allen, owner of TVA Consulting. And today we're going to be talking about organizing your business documents. How many times have you been looking for something that you need to present for your business and you have absolutely no idea where it is? Like you have it, it's someplace in your house, but you just don't know where to find it. It's like it dropped into a dark hole and never to be seen again, right? I know it's happened to everyone. And I think more and more, a lot of people are realizing they don't have their stuff organized just based on getting PPP loans and getting EIDL loans or just getting anything done for your business. There's just some key documents that you need to have, and you need to be able to access them as quickly as humanly possible. You should never be looking high and low for the documents for your business. This also goes into for your own personal life as well. And having had to finalize several family members' last days, after they've passed, I know that having the same type of organization in your personal life is essential, but I'll get into that in another stream. So again, if this is your first time joining me, make sure to click that subscribe button, leave a comment, and share because sharing is caring. My name is Tracy V. Allen. I'm the owner of TVA Consulting Group. I help social entrepreneurs, social enterprises, and small businesses to design, build, and fund their their business ventures while can't talk. It's Monday while maximizing their impacts in the community. So today we're going to be talking again about organizing your business documents. It is essential that you have these documents organized. So these documents can be organized either in a physical format I have one here, using a binder, right? Or you can do it digitally on your computer. So you can choose which way you want to do it. My personal preference is to do it both ways because things happen. Your computer crashes, you lose all your documents, you have some type of security breach. You want to just make sure that you secure these documents as well as possible. So doing it both digitally and physically, I think it's the best way. So when you're putting either the digital binder or the physical binder together, there's some certain things that you want to have in this binder. So first of all, whether it's digital, physical, you're going to name it your company's name, and then you're going to say important documents for the business or something to that effect, right? So like for me, I would have TVA Consulting Group, important documents. And that's what I would name the digital file. In my physical portion, I have the same thing on the cover of that binder. So if you're doing it digitally, of course, if you're doing it physically, you're going to have tabs, right? The tabs are going to be where each thing is formed. In a digital form, you're going to have subfiles within that file. So each physical tab will become a subfile in your digital process. Okay, so the tabs that you need to have and what should be in them. So I'm not going to go through everything that should be in them because there is a blog that goes along with this particular live. So you can go ahead and check out the blog. I will leave the link to the blog in the description below. So the first tab, you're going to need to have organizational, operational calendar. So how many times do you forget that you need to do your annual reporting, or you need to pay your sales tax, or you need to pay your monthly payments to your loan, or whatever it is that you need to have done on a regular basis, all of your expenses and everything. It should be on a calendar form where you can go, or your administrative assistant can go, or whoever needs to access it can go figure out what needs to be done on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis. So that's the best way to organize yourself, so you're not forgetting to pay bills and then messing up your business or your personal credit. So some of the things you want to keep there is the first thing The book or the digital form should be assigned to someone to keep updated on a regular basis. Someone needs to be assigned that task. Things change in your business all the time, and when things change, things need to be updated. People leave, people come, you get new passwords, you paid off one bill, whatever it is, you acquired another bill, it needs to be updated in this binder, right? Find out when annual returns are due, who's going to be responsible for the annual return filings for the business. Is it going to be your accountant? Who's going to give the accountant the information that they're going to need to file the taxes? That should be in there. Significant dates that are that affect your operation of your business should be there. And you need to make sure that these dates are related to also contracts. When contracts need to be renewed, or agreements or terms and conditions need to be renewed, those things need to be in that portion, tab 1 of your binder. Tab 2 is key contacts, right? Who are your key contacts? If something happens to you, you get sick, you pass away, God forbid, you're incapacitated for a certain period of time, the business needs to continue to roll forward. So there has to be a person in your business who can take over these key responsibilities. In order to fully take over key responsibilities, they're going to need to know who you've been in contact with, who are the key people that help to keep the business rolling on the back end. And the only way to do this is to make sure that you have a list of those people, what they do, and how best to contact them. Okay. Tab 3, legal documents. Any legal documents associated with your business needs to be kept in here. Articles of incorporation, articles of organization, operating agreements, collaborative agreements, non-disclosure forms, employment contracts and agreements. Any type, your EIN number. If you're nonprofit, then your IRS determination letter. All of these things, anything that is legally binding to your business, needs to be kept in tab number 3. Tab 4 will be policies and procedures, like your employee handbook, welcome packets for your employees or subcontractors, remote workers, job descriptions. Review these policies regularly to make sure that they're kept up to date. So you want to log every time the policies are kept up to date and who's doing that task as well. In tab number 5, you want to keep meeting minutes, right? So most people think, when they think of minutes, they think of a nonprofit. And granted, nonprofits are the ones that usually have meeting minutes. But as a regular business, you need to start practicing keeping meeting minutes as well. Meaning that when you're having those formal meetings with your staff or your subcontractors or whatever, make sure that you have an agenda and that you're keeping notes after, and that you're sending those minutes to the people who are involved in the meeting, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. If you get into that habit, then there's no miscommunication. No one can say, oh, I didn't hear that, or you didn't tell me that, or whatever the situation is. So get into the habit of keeping minutes for formal meetings, having an agenda and keeping minutes and filing those minutes away. So that's tab number 5. Tab number 6, agenda and minute meetings for staff. So you may have formal meetings for different components of your business. So if you have staff, then you're going to keep your staff agenda and minutes for those meetings in tab 6. In tab 7, you'll keep the agenda and minutes for your subcontractors or contractors. And in tab 8, you will keep the agenda and minutes for your partners, because these are going to be separate meetings, and those agendas and those minutes need to be kept separately. Okay, tab number 9, financial affairs. This is where a lot of businesses tend to go wrong, right? Not keeping good financial records. So in this tab, you want to make sure that you keep all of your financial records. Copies of when you opened your bank account, you first opened your bank account, who the sign-in authorities are on that bank account. You want to make sure that you have, again, in this section as well, your accountant, bookkeeper, or CPA, whoever is helping you with your financial stuff, needs to be kept in here. You want to keep copies of your financial reports at least for the last 2 to 5 years in there. Major sources of revenue, major sources of expenses, and any company debt that you may have outside of the general business. So if you have like loans with the federal government or your state or a bank, you want to make sure you keep that in there. So there's a whole list of other documents, financial documents that you should keep in this section, including, your yearly tax filings with the IRS as well need to be kept in there. So again, go on over to the blog. The link is in the description below, and make sure that you read the blog completely so you can get a good understanding of what you should keep in each portion of this document, of this binder, sorry. Okay, so in tab number 10, we have contracts. So the contracts that you have, whether it's with your employees, and some of it may seem repetitive, but if somebody needs to go to one specific portion of this book, then they can just go and get it. So the contracts that you would keep in this section for your employees or your subcontractors would not be contracts that are signed. It would be the templates for those contracts, but you will keep grants and operating agreements and leases in this section as well. So any grant proposal, grant awards, bids that you have sent into the government, for bids or proposals that you sent into the government or corporations, and any awards that you've gotten, you'll keep in this section. And then in tab number 12, you're going to keep your lease and rental agreements in that tab, if you have a physical space, that is. And then in tab number 13, you're going to have all of your insurance documents. So your errors and omission, your general liability, workman's comp, anything that is directly related to insurance. So if you have employees and you have employee benefits, you'd want to keep that information in this section as well, and make sure you have the information on your calendar so you know when things need to be renewed, so you're not missing any deadlines and you're not missing any dates. And in the final tab, I call this the miscellaneous tab. And in this tab, you are going to have anything else that does not go into the other tabs. So you're going to put any miscellaneous documents that you can't figure out which tab it possibly can go into, you're going to put into tab number 14 with the miscellaneous documents. So I hope this was helpful in helping you to get started with organizing your business, because every business needs to be organized. It just feels so much better when you are organized, and you know where things are and you know how to go find it. So I hope that you found this interesting. You can also go on over to my blog post on my website and you can read it in full detail. At TVA Consulting, we also do offer a lot of courses to help social entrepreneurs, small businesses to develop, build, and grow, like I said. So you can click the link below to see the courses that we offer as well. And until next time, I hope that you get busy organizing. Bye, everyone.